so I decided that I wanted to do this cute little makeup look, and it's actually inspired by Aaliyah's face, so I will have her video in the description box below. But the first thing that I'm doing is I'm priming my eyes per usual with a concealer, and then I'm going over that with some Laura Mercier powder just to set it. And I want a really light base, so for my base I'm going to be using Peach Smoothie by MakeupGeek, and I'm just putting this all over my lid so that the light colors that I'm using will actually show up. So for my transition color, I'm going to be using Petal Pusher from MakeupGeek. I'm just putting this into my crease and kind of concentrating it into the outer corner of my eye. And once I'm finished with that, I'm moving on to this next color, and this one is called Burlesque, I believe, and I'm sneezing. But I'm blending this into my crease, basically just a little bit below where I put Petal Pusher, and then I'm blending it out with my Sigma E40 brush. Then for my last shadow, I'm taking this dusty brown color. Is that a color? That's not a color, I just made that up. But it's called Vintage, and I'm concentrating that on my outer corner of my lid just to really deepen up the look. Now I'm grabbing a concealer and I am cutting my crease because I want to make room for the next shadow that I'm going to be putting on, which is going to be MakeupGeek's Shimma. I'm using a flat brush to just pat that onto my eyelid and then blending it in. So for my eyeliner, I used my NYX liquid liner in white first as a base because I don't have a lilac liquid eyeliner. So I used this liquid eyeliner as a base first, and then I took this lilac eyeliner from Makeup Forever and I went over top of it, and it was so much more pigmented and made it way easier to put on. Then I just popped on my favorite lashes. You guys know my Huda Beauty lashes in Sasha. Absolute ride or die lashes right now. Now I'm jumping into my normal face routine, taking my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, using Coconut today because I am tan as hell. I'm so dark right now. And then I'm grabbing my Stila Contour Duo in dark, and I'm putting that in all the usual places, under my eyes, my forehead, my nose, my chin, and I'm doing my upper lip today as well because your girl needs to wax, okay? Anyway, I'm blending this in with my damp beauty blender per usual, and I'm really taking my time blending today. So once I'm done with that, I take some more of my Laura Mercier powder and I'm gonna put that wherever I put my concealer. And I'm not really baking or anything, I'm just taking the powder and I'm patting it into my skin. For bronzer, I'm using my MakeupGeek bronzer in Scandal, I believe it's called, and I'm just bronzing up my face, bringing some warmth up to my cheeks. And over top of that, I'm going to be taking, I think this is called Covet from MakeupGeek, and I'm going to be using that as my blush today. I'm actually using blush today, like for once in my life. Here I was thinking about which one I wanted to use, and then I decided to use Tourmaline from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. This is the Sun Dip Glow Kit. So I'm putting this in the corner of my eyes, and I'm also smoking out my bottom lash line with some more of that vintage shadow, and I'm highlighting the heck out of my face as usual. For my lips, I decided to mix lipsticks. So the first one that I put on was Teddy from the NYX Lingerie collection, and then I went over top of that with Colourpop Kapow. And then I took my MAC Chestnut lip liner and I just lined my lips with that so that I didn't look all crusty. Put a little highlighter on my Cupid's bow, fix my wig, and I am good to go, girl. That is it for this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I make 2 videos a week. You don't want to miss that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye.
언제나는 stylin' 도도하지만 네 앞에선 darling 뜨거워지잖아 like a desert island 널 알아갈수록 울려대는 마음속 그만 내빼 넘어와라 내게 boy 이젠 checkmate 게임은 내가 win 난 널 택해 안아줘도 세게 눈가 널 가로채 하기 전에 네가